In 2025, I bought 40 new items of clothing. I always talk about how to not impulse purchase and how to shop intentionally because nothing is more frustrating than a closet filled to the top with clothes, but then not knowing what to wear and how to put an outfit together. But last year, I bought the most amount of clothes I've ever bought in a year. So today I want to go over every single piece that I bought, how much it cost, if I regret it or not, and retrieve a bunch of lessons. Let's figure out if I'm a hypocrite. And please do not be mean in the comments because I do read the comments and I am not meant to be put on a pedestal. I'm just a normal person also trying to learn. That's why I make my videos also. It's because I'm learning and then I talk about what I'm learning, but it does not mean that I am perfect. So how many clothes I bought this year? This year I bought 40 new items, which roughly accounts to 3 new items per month, and I sold 12 pieces, which gives us a balance of 28 new pieces in my closet. On average, I spent $14 per piece. 35 of these pieces were secondhand, which accounts to 87.5%. 3 were fast fashion, and I want to be transparent here. I do not support buying fast fashion, but I did slack off 3 times last year. I bought things from 2 small businesses, small-ish. They're not super small, but I don't think they're also like medium-sized. And I bought one thing that was handmade by a friend of mine. Now, I'm gonna be dividing all of the clothes in 3 categories. Regret buying it, love it but didn't wear it enough, or love it and wore it all the time. Item number 1 is the skirt, which I wore all the time, and it was so worth it. The only downside to the skirt is it constantly needs to be ironed, but it is definitely a basic that can be worn with most of what's in my closet. Every time I want to look a little bit more put together, I can throw the skirt instead of pants. I like the fit because it's quite like a straight skirt. I think I waited about 2 weeks with this on my wish list, and thank God no one bought it before I did. And that's what I usually try to do. That's my biggest hack for not regretting purchases, is waiting. And you're gonna see in the next items that a lot of the items I regret buying were impulse purchases. Also, just like for 10 seconds of context, the first 5 years that I was working, I had this very unbalanced and negative relationship with money. I was very anxious every time I spent money, and I went a few years without barely buying anything for myself. So I feel like now I'm in this stage of my life where I'm finding my own balance with how much I want to save versus the purchases that are actually worth it in my life. Fashion plays a big role in my life, but I also want to make sure that I'm not just after the next cute thing, and that I learn to style the things I already own in as much ways as possible. So it's a journey. Item number 2 is this necklace. I definitely wanted to invest more in accessories this year. And when I say invest, I don't mean like invest a bunch of money. I say like make my purchases more accessories focused. I think a lot of times I would get dressed and I would look in the mirror and I was like, there isn't like a spice up element that I want to put here, and my outfit looks blah. This item was on my wish list for months because I bought a version of it 2 years ago that I ended up not loving, and I wanted to kind of sort of replace it. I mean, I'm still gonna wear the other one, but I don't love it as much. So that's why I bought it. And then we've got this sweater, which was an impulse purchase. I had a gray cardigan on my wish list for a long time, but all of the ones that I saw were not exactly how I wanted it, or they didn't feel extra special. And when I saw this one, which is from like a pretty old-ish Portuguese brand that is not trendy at all, I was like, I love this. It's not from a trendy brand. I mean, it's still secondhand, but it wasn't from a trendy brand. I think it's going to be a lot more timeless. It just had all the details that I love, the thick buttons, the straight fit. Fourth item, cargo white pants. I had a phase this year around when I did my basics video where I realized I really wanted a pair of white pants and I had none, which I think is pretty legit. Most people, I would say, have white jeans or pants in their closet, and I saw these, and I'm still tied between regretting buying them or I just haven't found ways to style it. I know this is like stupid to be saying I don't know how to style a pair of white pants, but I haven't made outfits with it that I love, but I'm not sure if it's just because I actually don't love cargo pants. I mean, they're cargo-ish, but they don't even have pockets. It's just like the seams in the material. I don't know. We'll see. From outfits that I haven't worn a lot, I think my main conclusion has been to think about outfits in my head with this piece and the things I already own before buying things. Just because a piece is cute and looks nice on the person that's taking the photo on the secondhand app doesn't mean that it will go well with my closet or with my lifestyle, or that I actually like it with the things I own. I actually use Index for this. This is not sponsored at all, but Index is a styling platform where you can log your closet, you take photos of what you own. And so nowadays what I've been doing is when I want to buy something new, I will add a photo of that item to my Index profile and then try to make a couple outfits with the things I own with it, which is so useful. I am a stylist on Index, so if you'd like me to style 3 or 10 outfits for you, You can check the link in the description box. But anyways, it's not sponsored. Next up is something I bought in a real life in person secondhand store. I bought this in Berlin. I really think this piece is special, but something about it, I don't think it screams me. It's a nice piece, and maybe I should have left it in the store for someone else that would wear it more. Which brings me to the next conclusion, which is just because it's pretty doesn't mean it's me. I do not need to have everything in my wardrobe that I find pretty. I think when I'm shopping in person for secondhand stuff, especially I do that mostly when I'm traveling, because where I live there's no big great thrift shops. I always feel this like urge of like, okay, I need to buy it now or else I'll lose the chance to buy it. And so it's more likely that I make an impulsive purchase. Then we have a fast fashion item. I bought a basic top. I bought this when I bought another bag that I'm going to show later, and I was going to check out and I saw this top, and because I was already buying the bag from that fast fashion store, I was like, oh, I need a basic top, and I bought it. But this top would have been so easy to thrift. This is such a basic item, and I feel bad that I support a fast fashion brand to buy something that's so easily found secondhand, but I do love it and wear it all the time. Now, in summer, I realized that I had a bunch of pants and skirts and shorts, but that I didn't have that many tops I liked. And I bought 2 tops that honestly I regret buying, because I think I was just trying to fill a gap in my closet. Yeah, it's pretty. I did wear it, but I don't think it's my style. And I think it was around this time, this was probably in May, that I started to question more and try to be even more picky with what I bought, because I started noticing more gaps in my closet and I didn't want to fill them the way that I filled this. Trying to understand why I like certain things, because again, this top is pretty. So what distinguishes something pretty than something that feels me? This is the second top I regret buying. Now I like this one more. It feels more me than the other one, but buying off the shoulder tops, honestly, I don't want to do that anymore because it's annoying. The top will look super cute, but as soon as I move for 3 seconds, it's not practical. It doesn't look good in a realistic day-to-day life. So yeah, it's also not super flattering. I have small boobs and I feel like this one, I don't know. Future Maya, did not buy off the shoulder tops, please. Next item I also bought in person in Stockholm. I had it on my wish list that I really wanted another jersey shirt in blue. I already had a yellow one and I was like, oh, do I really need a second one? But honestly, I wore the yellow one so much and I've had it for 3 years now that I thought it was worth it. Next up, we got a skirt. Balloon skirts and balloon dresses were kind of sort of a trend for a moment, and I did buy them during that time, but I still love them a lot. I feel like it's just your average black skirt but with a little twist, and that's what I've been trying to get in my basics, is get a basic that has a twist to it so that it's distinguished. I've never cared about blue, and this year, sorry, that's my dog, I started to have an obsession for turquoise blue. It's so pretty, and when I found this shirt, I think I had it saved for a few days to a week, and then I decided to get it because I wanted to add more color. I love color blocking accessories where you have like one top of one color, pants of another color, bag of another color. I wore this one a lot. I also have a bunch of tricks. I mean, I didn't invent them, but I saw them online of like how to style shirts like this with safety pins in a bunch of like elevated ways. So this was a great purchase. Then I bought a bag that was not something I needed. I already have 2 black bags, a smaller one and a bigger one. So this was more of like a dopamine purchase, but I did wear this bag all the time and I actually got a lot of compliments on it because it's very basic, but the shape, it looks like a little boat, I think is different. So I do like it. I do like this one better than the other basic tiny black bag I have. So I might sell the other one. Should I say how much it cost? This bag cost $3. Shop secondhand, kids. Now here comes my second element of shame, my second fast fashion purchase. I had wanted a pair of kitten heels for months, and my shoe size is like a 6, but sometimes with heels or open toe shoes, it's a 5. So I was worried of buying it secondhand. I do regret buying these because of them being fast fashion. It was on sale. I was with my mom and I did wear them all the time. So moving on, we have the 2 Spanish brands that I bought from. One is Wonder, one is Susmi's. I wanted to buy rings that were timeless, but that were like bulky and that would add something quickly to my outfit when I'm leaving the house. And I bought this necklace, which it's very cute. I'm not sure if I love it for me. I think this necklace can look very good in certain occasions for certain events. So I think it's a good thing to have, but I definitely haven't been wearing it as much as I thought I would. Then we've got one of the pieces that I wore the most in my year. My grandma, and I'm not including things here that I was like gifted or that brands gifted me, because those to me don't count as purchases or part of my work, or you know, they're gifts from other people that I don't really control. But my grandma gave me these like white Bermuda shorts that I wore all the time, so I figured that I would get a black pair. And so I wasn't finding ones in the exact shape and length that I wanted. So what I did was I bought suit pants, and then I cropped them the size that I wanted, and then my grandma did the seam. Now this jacket was, I think I thought I needed a short spring-ish jacket, but in reality, this is embarrassing to admit, I haven't worn this jacket once. I think it just went from like hot weather to cold weather very, very quickly. And when it was cold, I'd rather throw on a sweater than like a jacket. I think this was one of those pieces that it feels like a must-have in your wardrobe to have a shorter, lighter jacket. But in reality, I never go towards it. I never wear it. What caught my attention with this jacket was like the collar being super round. So I do think this is a cute jacket. But to be honest, I regret buying it because I haven't worn it. And if I haven't worn it, I really didn't need it. Conclusion, just because a piece is part of this category of basics and you don't have something in that category doesn't mean you need it. I've talked about this in another video regarding trench coats. I almost bought one this year and then I realized I don't need a trench coat. I have other jackets that will substitute that function. So just because something is like a basic doesn't mean you need it. Then I bought this shirt. I loved it. I wore it so much. It was always on the laundry bin, and it was actually handmade by the person that sold it to me secondhand. So props to them. I bought this. Honestly, I don't know what dresses I like. I've been in a dress funk for the past 2 years. I never find a dress that I like, and I wanted something special for my birthday. And I think the bottom is super cute, but I don't really like the one off shoulder. I think honestly I was persuaded because this dress is from like a fancier brand, and because the person that was selling it took this photo with it on, and this is kind of stupid, but she was like in this very aesthetic bedroom. And honestly, looking back, I think I thought I loved the dress, but maybe I just liked the photo and I didn't think about how the dress would fit on me. This bag was from this designer that upcycles clothes and then sells it on Vinted, and I had her bag saved for months. Really like the shape of it. I think it looks so different. Moving on, we got this hat. Something I've been doing when I like a pattern but I don't want to commit to a full piece is buying an accessory with that pattern. I wanted something camo, but I didn't want the camo pants that everyone has. Nothing against them, but I just didn't want to commit to that. So I bought this hat. I did the same with polka dots. When polka dots were getting super trendy, I got this like $1 scarf thrifted that had polka dots. This was literally the definition of an impulse purchase. This was the only thing I think I saw and instantly bought without even like questioning it. I have a similar hairpiece in white that I've worn a lot, but honestly I don't think I needed another version of it in gray. This was definitely also top 5, one of the best things I bought last year. And this was so funny, and I've been getting to this conclusion. So sometimes I will favorite things that I don't feel super strongly about, but that look cute. And then I will like them for like continuously weeks or months. These have been the pieces that I wear the most, and I think it's because they're not hyperly trendy. They're not like an impulse dopamine kick. I like them when I'm normal, and I've worn these pants so much. They're basic jeans, but they're in this cream color. And this one, I loved the pattern, but when it arrived, the sleeves are very long and something about it doesn't feel flattering. I guess this is like one of the downsides of thrifting online is you can't wear things and see how they fit. I do like it, but I've only worn it maybe 2 or 3 times, and I think maybe I was more obsessed with the pattern than I was with the cut. I love black and brown together, that is for sure. Now this shirt, I thought from the picture that it was more blue, and I was looking for a blue long sleeve, but when I got it, it's this kind of like knit material that when I put this shirt on, it doesn't look that blue for some reason. Wanted a white basic long sleeve with a straight cut. Got this one. It's Cause secondhand. Love it. Wear it all the time. This is more of like a spiced up version of a basic. You basically tie it together. You can make a knot or a bow, and I also love it very much. I'm very happy that I got it because now every time that I want a basic outfit with a white long sleeve, if this one is not in the laundry bin, I'll wear it and it will instantly spice up the outfit. These shoes, I had one pair of black flats for the past, honestly, 4 years now. And so every time I would look at a nice pair of black flats, I'd be like, I don't need another pair because I already have one. But slowly in the past 4 years, I've stopped loving that pair. And when I saw these, I thought they were so cute. And I love square toe, and they were a very good price. This is probably the only hyper trendy thing I bought. This jacket, I hope you didn't see it, because if you didn't, congratulations, you are not chronically online, but this jacket was like so trendy. Everyone and their mother was getting it, so I tried to get it secondhand, And as with every very trendy item, there was a bunch of people already selling it secondhand. Probably they bought it and they didn't like it anymore. I don't know. I don't know how people buy something one day and they're selling it the other. But I also bought things this year that I haven't worn. So who am I to judge? Bought this jacket. Really do love it. Haven't worn it that much. Next, basic top. Again, this year I really tried to buy basics because I realized that I didn't really have basic tops and like basic pants, like white pants. So love this one, wore it a lot. Got these shoes because I realized that I loved seeing fancier outfits with then these types of super casual shoes. So love it. These pants, I wear them all the time. I also didn't have black pants before this year. I mean, I probably had them sometime, but somehow last year I didn't have black pants any in my wardrobe, so I got these and I waited so long to find the perfect shape because I wanted like barrel balloony style jeans. I love them, but I did put them on the washing machine and I washed them without it being reversed, and now they have these stupid marks on them, and my grandma says that it's because I washed them like this and didn't like reverse them. Now I'm mad. What do I do? Internet, help me. Wanted cute little basics, thought I could wear these shorts out. They're too short, so I regret buying these because I'll be wearing them as pajamas because they're just too short to wear outside. Again, winter started. I wanted more basics. I got 3 cardigans, but I did regret this one because this one is super similar to the other one that I've shown, but the sleeves are like very wide. I have worn it, however, many times because it's very practical and very warm, which is kind of ironic that some of the pieces that I like more I haven't worn as much as this one. Another basic that I got that I love, another sweater that I got that I love, and then this is like the fast fashion item that I bought when I bought that gray top, which is this belt bag. I've wanted a belt bag for so long. There was this beautiful one from this fancy trendy brand, but I ended up didn't getting it, and then I saw this one and I felt like it was a less trendy version of it, so I would probably love it for longer. I haven't worn it that much, but I think it's just because I need to like remember that I have it. And then last but not least, my friend Carolina made this handmade crochet tiny scarf that I asked her to do. I chose the colors and the format, and I also love it, but I didn't wear it enough. So overall, I regretted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items, which if I hadn't bought those items, which honestly all of these were kind of impulsy, I would have only have bought 32, which divided by 12 would mean 2.6 new items per month, which I feel like for someone that loves fashion, works in fashion, and for someone that's mainly work shopping secondhand, it's not bad. I definitely want to continue to apply my mantras. Number 1, when I think I need something to fill a gap in my closet, make sure it feels me. Learn to distinguish what is cute from what is me. And also always make outfits in my head or on index, whatever, before I buy something to see if I actually would wear it. I want to know like what you guys have learned watching this video, or what you learned last year with your purchases, or what items you regretted buying. I love starting conversations in the comments. And that is my wrapped. Oh my god, these are so many clothes. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.